Alright, so before we end this vlog, I just want to basically just hop on here and explain just straight up about the title of this video, and I hope you guys completely understand to exactly like where I'm coming from. And the fact is that I'm just so done of just being in relationships, like to the point that like, okay, how can I explain this without being controversial? But okay. So here's a brief idea of what I mean. I literally been in and out of relationships constantly. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, to be honest, it's really starting to affect me, you know, to the point that it's just a bit ridiculous in my honest opinion. It's just really starting to affect me. And to be completely honest with you guys, I don't want to feel like that. I like being free. I like being single, but at the same time I hate it, and I don't want to be single forever, you know? So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm just so done and so fed up of being single, but at the same time I'm just so fed up of just being in and out of relationships to the point I'm just quitting. You know, I'm actually just willing just to throw in the towel and just be me. Now, since I have been in and out of relationships constantly, it is fair to say that I actually am willing wanting just to give up and quit. To the point that I just don't even know what to say anymore. Like, you know what I mean? And I just don't know anymore. You know? I'm just gonna lay it out for you guys. I'm done being in relationships. I'm done being single. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm just gonna like just give up. You know, just give myself up for, you know, for just trying to be in a relationship, you know, I just don't want to be in and out of relationships to the point it's really starting to affect me. And just to the point, you know, just to the point, I just don't know what to say anymore. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm just completely done and fed up of being single to the point I'm just gonna accept the fact is that I'm just gonna be single forever, basically. And you know, it really truly is like starting to affect me, you know, to the point I just don't know what to say anymore. I just don't know how to, I just don't exactly know how to like address it, you know, like to the point that I just don't know anymore. Because I mean, every time when I try, right? Every time when I try to be in a relationship, it crashes. You know, to the point that I just don't know what to say anymore, don't know what to do anymore. And I just completely quit. You know, so I guess I'm just gonna accept the fact is that there's no love for me and no hope for me for having a girlfriend, to the point that I just don't know what to do anymore, and I'm just gonna stay single, like for good. And if that's not enough, then I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just so done of just being in relationships to the point that I'm just throwing in the towel. Just throwing in the towel. Every single time, just throwing in that towel. To the point, I'm just gonna straight up accept the fact is that I would just be single forever and for all in eternity. And you know, because again, like I said, every time when I tried to be in a relationship, I ended up crashing and burning. You know, because I really do, I mean, I personally do deserve to be in a relationship, but at the same time, I just don't, because I'm sick and tired of getting hurt, sick and tired of feeling hurt. And I don't know. I absolutely 1,000,000,000% just don't know to why it's like that, but it is what it is. So I guess that's pretty much the main point about this entire vlog, is that it's just that I just don't want to be single. You know, I just don't want to be feeling that I'm trapped in a relationship. I just don't want that feeling anymore. I just don't want the feeling of getting hurt, getting rejected, getting used, and all this shit. And now I have made several videos about this over on my main channel, to the point it's actually ridiculous. But while me and my last girlfriend actually were dating, I literally, like, we had an interesting conversation. That conversation was just about, if I ever break up, if we ever break up, would you move on, David? And I said hell no to that. Because, like I said during this part of the video, I just don't want to get hurt anymore. And that turned out to be a massive debate. Now, it was to the point that I just don't know what to say anymore, don't know what to do anymore. So this is just me just calling out all my exes, except for my best friend of like 15 years, 13, 14 years. I'm just fed up of getting hurt, so I'm just gonna stay single. And I'm just gonna be single by choice, not single like not single. I mean, now I think about it, now I feel like really self-pity for saying this, but I just feel like it's just for the best, you know, if I just do stay single, because I'm just so done of just being single, you know. And it's just to the point I just don't know what to say or do anymore. So I guess that's just the main point about this video. I'm just gonna stay single for the rest of my life, and if people have a problem with that or issue with that, come at me on Twitter, come at me on Instagram. Like, make a controversial video on me, because I'm just being straight up with you guys, and I'm being straight up for real. I'm just gonna stay single by choice, not, you know, and again, you know, like I said, I'm just so fed up of just feeling trapped, feeling that I just don't want to be, I mean, I don't want to be single forever, but if it ends up being like that, then screw it. I'm just gonna stay single and just pretty much accept it, and that's pretty much like the point about this video. And I know this video is just a bit all over the place, and I know it is, and I'm truly am sorry. That's just the way it is. And again, like I said, if anybody has an issue with me just staying single forever, don't hesitate to make a video, a controversial video about me, or come at me on social media. I don't give a shit. If you come at me, I will come at you right back. And, you know, just to throw in a lot of huge, like, so just to hugely disclaim, I'm just so done of being single to the point I have to, like, pretty much put myself out there, you know, to the point it's just ridiculous. And that's just the main point about this. I'm just so done of feeling rejected, you know, to the point I just have to pretty much get this off my chest and just pretty much just stay single, you know. If people have, and again, you know, if people have issues with that, that's on you. And hugely disclaim, I am heartbroken, because of all the relationships I've been through, right? Everything I've been through when it comes to being in a relationship, feeling trapped, feeling like I can't get out, but when I do get dumped or whatever, for whatever reason, it's just, I feel like, how can I say this without being extremely controversial? I just don't want to, like, take the self-pityness, I guess if that's fair to say, to the point that it just gets really too far, but I'm just straight up done being in relationships. So basically what I'm trying to say is I'm just gonna stay single to the point that if I end up growing old and dying alone, so be it. But don't get me wrong, I love my friends very, very much. I love my family very, very much. I'm just choosing to stay single for life. And that's pretty much, guys, the main point about this video. That's pretty much